Good morning, I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke from the Wave 3 Storm Tracking Team. Hope you're starting off to a pleasant Saturday. We do have some fog out there and some hazy conditions. We'll show you that in just a little bit, but overall not a terribly bad morning as we go throughout your Saturday. It's tomorrow we're watching because the Storm Prediction Center has issued a moderate risk of severe weather pretty much from Kentuckiana on northward into the Great Lakes, and this is where they think the highest potential of severe weather will be as we go throughout the afternoon and the evening hours of tomorrow. Here's the tower cam view with the haze, the fog, the mist that you're seeing out there. Why are we having that this morning? Well, it's because warm air is flowing into the region courtesy of warm front. All this warm air from the plain states continues to trek on into the region, and as we get that, we get those clouds developing, even some of these showers out toward parts of Missouri and now developing over parts of southeast Kansas into Oklahoma. So we could have just a shower or two as we go throughout the day, but we're watching this area of low pressure developing on the front range of the Rocky Mountains out here in portions of southwestern Nebraska. This isn't the identical low pressure that will be causing this storm as we go throughout the weekend, but it will be a component of it, and it'll travel to the north and east, bringing with it a cold front that will eventually move through our area as we go throughout your late Sunday. Here's the futurecast for today. No severe weather out there today, just a few of these pop-up showers that we'll be seeing through this afternoon into this evening. Temperatures will actually warm into the middle 60s. I know Futurecast is saying mid-50s, but I think it's running about 10 degrees too cool. It's not handling this incredibly well temperature-wise right now. But by tomorrow morning, this is something we can all agree on, the potential for rainfall as we go throughout the early morning hours, eventually into the mid-morning hours. So if you have plans to go to church or to early morning services, you'll definitely want to take the umbrella and the rain jacket, but it will be gusty out there, so watch out. The umbrella may go inside out if you're taking it out of the car there tomorrow morning. Now, let's go through Sunday afternoon. Sunday at 4 o'clock, we do have a break in the action. You'll notice this hole right here between the morning line of showers and storms to our east and the afternoon line that's developing out here to our west. Now, what's going to happen is instability will gather in this region right here, and depending on how long we sit in that, and if we see any of those breaks in the clouds, maybe a peak of sunshine or two, that would increase the potential for these single cellular supercell thunderstorms right out here. You see those little dots developing in front of the main line of storms. That would increase the potential for those to carry a tornado threat. All right, so this is something we'll have to monitor throughout the morning and the early afternoon hours of tomorrow. The data just isn't clear enough at this point to tell for sure how much instability we'll have to deal with. So these storms front-running the main line of storms out here to the west will be the ones that could produce a tornado or two if we see that. Now, this main line of storms will be trekking through the area sometime after 6 o'clock on your Sunday, and as it's moving through the Louisville area, it'll certainly bring the possibility of gusty, damaging winds as it moves through. And of course, this line of storms could also produce an isolated tornado or two of the spin-up variety, not really a big deal tornado-wise for this entire event. That'll be a secondary threat, but something we're watching nonetheless. And then once those storms move out of here by about midnight and thereafter, we're left with much quieter conditions for your Monday morning. Let's plot out the timeline for you from 12 to 3 o'clock. It'll certainly be windy out there. In fact, it's a foregone conclusion that the entirety of your Sunday is going to be windy. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour, maybe even more than that, outside of any thunderstorms. The morning storms will move out between 12 and 3. We'll see that break that we mentioned earlier. More storms, they could be supercells, develop between 3 and 6. Those will move through, and then eventually that main line of storms carrying with it the damaging wind threat will move through between 6 and 11 o'clock at night. The main threats in order, as we've been mentioning all morning long on Wave 3 News Sunrise, will be damaging winds, isolated tornadoes, and certainly the heavy rainfall potential across Kentuckiana. Andy's in here tonight. I'm in here tomorrow morning, and Brian will be with you throughout the day tomorrow to monitor conditions as they develop. We're going to be staying on top of the latest data and providing you with the latest both online, on social media, and on TV. So stay with the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team. We'll have the latest for you as we go throughout your Saturday and your Sunday. For now, I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke.